years of experience in sales, guru of sales, founder, mentor, CEO, and speaker, and it's everything about Manuel De Vits. So our next speaker is Manuel, and his topic is how to help online businesses growing fast. Welcome.
Hello. I'm not you. Do I really need the micro, or do you hear me like this? No? Behind, over there? Micro? No, yeah. Micro? Okay, micro. So, thank you very much for helping me. Everybody understand English? Yes? Otherwise it's going to be complicated. I'm honored to be the only foreigner speaker at the conference, so thank you guys. It's really interesting for me. Who knows about me? I mean, yeah, some people know about me. That's a really small majority. This is good. This is the motivation I need. So, have you seen a little bit before on my LinkedIn profile? Who went to see my LinkedIn profile before? Nobody? I mean, yeah, Igor, I know. So, yes. So, usually, I'm the founder of my own consulting company. And a few months ago, there is one company who signed me for an exclusive contract. So this is G Corp. Anybody heard about G Corp before? Yes, not? Yes? Someone say yes? No? No? Cool. Anybody know Wargaming? Yeah, everybody. Okay, cool. So I'm going to describe something for you. Well, actually, G for car, G Corp before the car, it's for gaming. But nobody knows that. And that's what we face when we meet people. I mean, nobody knows about this small Luxembourg company, startups. We are 15 in the office, but we handle giants like Wargaming, but other giants. So let's start. I'm going to go this way, otherwise you won't see that makes a really teacher here. So let's start. So, you all in the IT industry? Yes? I suppose nobody is in the food industry, the sport industry, no? So cool. Industry pain in 2019, do you recognize some of them? I mean, high capital, operating cost. I mean, you need to be solid right now to get to business. You need infrastructure. I mean, even if you're an IT company, you need a certain infrastructure that costs money. And there is always a gap at one moment to grow. I mean, you need a capital. Otherwise, you stay small and you are like kind of risky all the time, in the risky zone. You need skillful and talented developer. I'm not going to tell you this to improve your service and launch new product. So who's facing a problem with talent? Yeah, only one. I'm surprised. So because that's one of the biggest problems in the IT industry, finding the good talent. And of course, we are in a dangerous world, and we are facing, everybody is probably like at one moment going to face attack on their website, attack on their servers and everything. So what is G Corp doing? Well, G for gaming, because we start with one thing, gaming industry. And we are providing the servers. So we start with the servers, that's it. Nothing else, not 10 products, not 15 products, we start with servers. So you all know, like when you play, what happened? Do you play a game? Do you like to play a game when the game is like, when you open your computer, you go on the game, and then there is this little circle. And you wait. And you wait, and what you do, you close it. You close the game, and that's not what the gaming industry wants. The gaming industry, they want you to play, to go to the game, to play again, and at one moment, the ultimate game is that you pay for playing. For this, you need to provide something, a nice game, but you need also to provide a game that goes fast, game that people are like enjoying to play and can play really fast. So they just open the computer, they go to World of Tanks, and they start the game. You know. So this is what we're doing. We start with this. We deliver fast content, and with the server we are like everywhere. But this is like kind of a commercial and stuff like that. I'm not really like into it. You're not there for this. You are there for the secret. What we do for selling. So another part is that even if nobody knows us, we have a world record, unbeaten until since 2014. Okay. So we have a world record unbeaten. I mean, we have the world record of the number of players playing at the same time, the same game, at the same moment on our servers. I'm not going to lie to you, World of Tanks. Who knows World of Tanks? Yeah? Nobody knows us, but okay. So 1,114,000 people play at the same time, the same game on our server, everywhere in the world. This is a world record, it's unbeaten. No infrastructure of server could beat that until now, 5 years. Even AWS cannot. Amazon didn't beat it. So it's just like funny to have a world record. It's always nice. But what sort of issue we solved since 2014? Well, as I say, we start with server, we have 100 nodes located in 5 continents. We are number one, for example, in the former Russian speaking, which is not bad. And this network have a great community. Once again. So, I say 15% in Luxembourg, headquarter. But in fact, we are more than 200 people. More than 200 people relocated like Luxembourg, Belarus, Russia, Serbia, and we are growing fast. 8 product team, I told you, we start with 1 product server, or 1 service, we provide the servers. But after that, we have demands for CDN, content delivery network, we have demand for security protection, we have demand from media platform, and we have demand for software development. And I'm going to explain what was the strategy. So, the initial strategy, and I'm sure you all know this, who's salesperson in the room? In IT? I mean, you know the pain. You know, I've been a salesperson for more than 25 years, so I understand you. And, well, the initial sales tactics, it's where everybody is starting. It's like email marketing, it's cold calling, it's LinkedIn, and, well, this was the result, and I'm sure you recognize some of them. It's low response rate. I mean, who have a huge response rate to emails and LinkedIn? Raise your hand. Okay. Oh, you have. Great. Nobody knows us. Nobody know when you send an email and nobody knew it. I mean, who's the fuck is G-Corp? You know? I mean, I don't pay attention to them. Few solid customer in our portfolio. We didn't succeed to have few, I mean, at least like the minimum solid customer. No branding. The best example, nobody knew about G-Corp before I came. And nobody knew what we were doing. Nobody knew also where the fuck is Luxembourg. You know, one say, I mean, they cannot locate Luxembourg. They know it's a rich country, but they don't know where it is. So, do you recognize this? I mean, those problems in sales? This is yes, this is no, and no reaction means you're still sleeping. So just react, it's going to be good. So how will we redesign this? Because at one moment is a problem. If we don't make revenue cash, we invest a lot in building data centers and providing server. How will it? So at one moment, we just stop the product. We concentrate on one product. So we didn't start to make this to improve the CDN. We have, for example, one product right now ready, and it's going to crush it. It's cloud. cloud server. But it's been 6 months we put it on hold. We have customer asking us this, and then we put it on hold, we want to be prepared. Not prepared for the product it's ready. Prepared in the sales perspective. So we stop all those products and we focus, we invest time and budget not on product but on sales. Because if you build product but you don't have customer, well, what the fuck you build a product? You're probably going to not have people buying your product. So we realize that the competition or the course to get more product, like thinking that we're going to attract more people, if we don't have the branding, if we don't have the sales structure, it won't serve to anything. We're just going to run after a customer and like looking for customer and running. You know what it is. You're in the IT industry, outsourcing. You know how it is. It's difficult. So, but after that, we decide, okay, Luxembourg, nobody knows. So, you know what? Let's go where our customers are. And you don't do that by email. You don't do that by connecting on LinkedIn. You do that by going meet the people where they are. That means conference. That means going to visit the people in the... That means going to every single meetup. Yes, I'm sorry, it's evening, the meetups, usually. Yes, it's Saturday. Yes, there is meetup. But the amount of good leads, the amount of in-personal interaction, the amount of people who will be interested to talk with you and to discover your product, it's amazing. Response rate, amazing. When you send an email after you meet someone physically, then the guy is responding you. Of course, if you didn't go to the guy and say, hi, my name is John, you want to buy from me, give me your money. Of course, he's never going to respond to you. But if you interact correctly, it will work. Flexibility. We decide for a server that we don't do like Amazon. We're just going to go where the customer wants. That means if he wants a server in Sydney, we're going to build a server in Sydney in 4 weeks for him. And that makes a lot of difference for clients. Because they want a server in Sydney. They don't want Amazon to tell them, yeah, we're going to put you a server and you're going to use a server who is like in, I don't know, in China, not China because they don't allow the servers in China, but I don't know, in Singapore. No, I want in Sydney. Well, it's Amazon. It's Singapore. For us, we decide to go where the customer wants his server. And it all started like this. Offline meetings. I just told you, sending email is really good. I appreciate you guys. You send the emails and you like probably exhausted at the end of the day by sending LinkedIn connection requests. Or you use the tool, it will work, but if you don't have a branding, it won't work. And you know it, and it's like the topic of every conference. I saw the topic, and I'm sure 100% of the salespeople, I mean, the people who are going to speak, they're going to tell you about this. Higher experience. And I cannot emphasize more about this. Higher experience. G-Core at one moment, they didn't hire junior. They are people, salespeople, with a huge experience. People who can prove a huge amount of sales experience and background in sales. Why? Because those people are like old style. They know how to go meet the people. They know how to enter by the window when the door is closed. What a junior cannot do it. Well, of course, I'm not going to tell you guys, like, don't hire junior, because it's a resource. But if you want big money, and you want to go abroad, and you want to like have this, you need at least one guy. One guy able to shake hands and to keep the hands for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, until the guy closes the deal, until the guy is signed. And we have a team of that. And the funny part is that we are multi-language, so personally I speak English, French, Dutch, Spanish, a little bit of Russian, and Japanese. Most of the salespeople like know at least 3 or 4 languages. We are ambitious. That means we don't care to be here in Saturday in LIOF, but it can be in Kazakhstan, it can be other nice destination, it can be like, I don't know, Singapore, Los Angeles, New York, but we don't care where we go, because we have one goal, revenue. That's all. We are not there for the selfie with the coast or the beach or something, we are there for revenue. That's why people pay us. And we decide, and this was the base of the booming, the customer support. We realized that without a solid customer support, 24/7, it was not possible. We need to react fast to what the customer wants. And branding, total G-Core branding for global awareness, that's one of the reasons they hired me, because I'm kind of, I won't say guru, I don't like guru name, but I'm kind of good of branding something. Personally, I did my personal brand in less than 6 months, 1 year, and it's booming. So I don't need to, for my consulting company, I don't need to do lead generation, I don't need to send email, I don't need to have like a fancy website. People come to me. Branding. If you want to succeed this, I mean, it's time to stop to invest in the technical part, it's time to invest in branding. Because this is what is going to be like sales in the next year. But, just to build a branding, just to make you realize, I mean, the effort, the investment we do, one little trick. You want big money, you have to be ready to put money on the table. That's the game right now. If you don't want to spend one penny, don't expect to receive a lot of money. And I'm totally agree with you, it's not easy. So if you want to do that with no money, come to the workshop tomorrow. I will give you the trick to do that exactly with no money. So speaker at events. Who has been speaker at one event already? Nobody? Yes, yes, yes. What was the result? Usually, after someone speaks, you have people coming to you. Usually they come to you if your speech was interesting, if you feel that you're an authority, they will come to you and they will ask you, hey, I mean, can we talk and so like that. That's an amazing lead generation. Okay? So, we use it, me personally. You can see here where we are this month. Oh, it was Luxembourg, I don't see really well. It was Luxembourg, LIOF, I mean, we have somewhere in Singapore, I mean, all those areas. So, and next month you can find on the website where we are, with a little special button, schedule a meeting. You know this call to action, schedule a meeting, when you have a map like this, brings at least 5-6 meetings every time, every single conference. You have much more return on investment than the post on LinkedIn. We're going to be on Web Summit. If you are interested, please contact us. That doesn't work. I mean, who did a post like this and receive like 10 requests for a meeting? From relevant customer, not someone who wants to flirt with you. No. So, adapt your website. It works like hell. 15 salesperson. And this is where we cover all the world. And don't think that we have people in Brazil or in the United States or here in Singapore. We don't have. We all located in Europe. But we travel. We are not scared to travel. Some people say, well, traveling is nice. Well, it's not that nice because you don't see your family, you are like sleeping alone in the hotel. And it's not all the time 5-star hotel, so I mean, it's not that nice to travel. But we realize it generates some huge revenue for salespeople. That's all we're interested in. How much commission we will get if we find customer. And just to make it clear, I mean, anybody in a company is a salesperson. Anybody. The CEO is a salesperson. The CTO is a salesperson. The salesperson is a salesperson. And guys from marketing, is there some marketer there? Here? You are a salesperson. More than anybody. In 2020, you are a salesperson. You are the first salesperson in your company. If you don't understand that, then marketing is finished for you. Marketing is no more just pushing content and just calculate, we have like 20 followers more today. Who gives a fuck of your followers if they don't pay you? Nobody. So it's time to change your marketing. And we are also in Africa. So it was a huge question, Manuel, do you want us to put Africa in your presentation? I say, hell yes. Yeah, but Africa. I say, why? There is some customer in Africa. I mean, there is some really rich country in Africa. I mean, if you go to Nigeria, if you go to South Africa, I mean, those guys have money, plenty of money, ready to spend it, if you know to make them spend it. And this is the industry we are focusing. So I'll let you guess. Gaming, of course, we have the world record. Cybersecurity comes naturally. Entertainment, of course, they need server. Esports, broadcasting, streaming, OTT, adult entertainment. I love to go to those parties. They have great parties at adult entertainment. Well, I cannot go, otherwise I won't come home. The door is locked. Yeah, I like BDSM. The door is locked when I come home, so I personally don't go. And usually we send the youngest salesperson, they are like full of energy, so they like to go to those events. Hosting, startups, it's a huge business. Startups. I explained yesterday, yesterday evening we had a small dinner with speaker. There was some of you were there, so I explained a little bit how we can hack the startups. But it's a huge business, and they all need an application. They all need servers. Mostly if they are in SaaS, I mean, they all need what we do. The good part for us is that we can answer all of those verticals, all those people need us. We don't have to sell them. They need us. We reverse this engineering to be like servant of everybody, which you can do it on IT. IT outsourcing, they all need you. You just don't realize, and you still use the method like 10 years ago, and you're probably going to be the 20th person to contact them today because you use the same techniques. But they all need you. I told you the most investment and the best investment we did is customer support. Not only for our customer, we understand that there is a life before they become customer. And that's the most important. So of course our customer service is support is open 24 hours a day. But they are not open only for customer. Anybody going on the website have a question, he's not going to speak to a chatbot. He's going to speak to a real human. Doesn't matter the time. Doesn't matter like where he's located. And he's probably going to be able to speak in his own language. And that's how we start to get the people by our side. Because from the beginning, when they were not customer, we took care of them. We tried the best for them to be our customer before they pay us one penny. And we have an internal process. I mean, it's not like just like, okay, we have the customer service. Automatically, I probably like on my phone right now, I probably have like 1 or 2 leads, like the customer service, like just say Manuel or like this, not because I say they know I'm speaking, but they would probably say to me, hey Manuel, we have this customer in intercom, can you jump on it? And salespeople, we are like not like, oh, it's Saturday, oh, it's 11 o'clock, oh, don't want to work. No. What we're going to do, we're going to jump on it. Because anybody who entering your shop is maybe someone who has money to spend. And if you don't pay attention to the person who entered, who pushed the first door, if you just like put a chatbot, I mean, you're losing him. And what you're losing? You're losing money. And this is difficult to understand. So the biggest investment we did is customer support. And it's a boom since we put it online. And it's kind of nice environment. You see the people, you see the face. It's like really like a person. People love to speak to a person. Nobody likes to speak to a computer. Who's like to speak to a computer? Who have the feeling to have an impersonal interaction? Raise your hand. Nobody. We understood that. No, it's not enough to have good salespeople. It's not enough to have the customer service. You need your branding. So a little example of branding. You can put the video. And actually the car you see it exists. It's a real car.
Every minute, millions of gigabytes of data are transmitted across the world. Whoever delivers this data first wins. Secure. Fast. Innovative. We've created super fast services that will make your business more profitable. Fast, innovative, secure. gcallabs.com. Try it for free and you'll be surprised.
Remember what I said? We stopped investing in product at one moment. We put all the money in sales and branding. And the return on investment is amazing. Now, just to continue, here are some like customer we have by doing this process. And I don't speak about wargaming, which is like we hold the infrastructure of all the entire wargaming for hold their game. So if we don't exist, wargaming doesn't exist anymore. If we shut down our server, wargaming stop. You cannot play anymore. Just to give you the importance of our server in Luxembourg, which is one of the richest countries in the world, data center, priority for electricity, army, hospital, GCO labs. To tell you just the importance. In media, I mean, the branding is not only like the video. The video, of course, is nice, but we have different video. But on media, we're posting. I mean, I do personally post on my LinkedIn profile. I invite you all to get, like, it's more than almost 20,000 views, and it's simple post, and it's not related to G-Collabs. But in the post, there is G-Collabs. So after one of my posts, we can calculate how many people went to the website, just because they saw my post. This is the branding. One thing, and that's going to be interesting for you. I mean, you saw all of our customers. And because we serve them well, because we succeed to bring them value, because we succeed to make them money, not us, them. Because we took the risk to provide the infrastructure for free, for example, or provide tests for free of a server. We don't care. The server are there, so if we can satisfy someone, we just give the trial. 14 days. I mean, anyway, we already paid for the installation. So whether we don't use it, and they stay like doing nothing, or we just give it the free trials to anybody who asks this. But our partner, because they like us. And we succeed to reverse the engineering. Now are asking us prior, can we help them with software development? And we have a problem. We don't have we don't have enough resource. We are more than 200 right now, and we don't have enough resource because those software development from our customer are coming every single day. Can you help us? Can you help us? Not long ago, we were like almost trying. We were like finalizing the how do you say that in English? The buy of a QA company, 120 QA guys company. We didn't go further because we like our partner to be in the same commercial mentality and not in a technical mentality. We like our partner to be like in commercial. So yesterday at the dinner, someone asked me, "Oh, what does it take to be your partner?" I said, first, we only analyzing your commercial attitude. Before technical, before solidity, before everything, we analyze first your commercial attitude. If you're not able to talk to us in a commercial way, I mean, we don't go further. There is no point to go further. You won't satisfy your customer. So if you are like have a company, software development, we have a lot of resources. Join me. You can contact me personally. I will be here. If one of you wants to try our servers for anything, you are in the gaming or IT or whatever, want to try, contact me. I will give you a free trial. You can try. We are located everywhere if you need it. I mean, number one, I say in the Russian-speaking region, but we are also one of the only one who surrendered China with relevant, and China is really complicated. Just I said that yesterday at the dinner. We receive requests from FBI, CIA, FZB, and MI6 because some stuff go through our servers, and we have to reveal who's using the server also. When there is a alert, I mean, when they detect, for example, a bombing message going through our server, then we have, like 3 months ago, we had the FBI in the office in Luxembourg, so that was kind of funny, because they don't joke. It was really funny. And I think that's it. Yeah. Question, or if there is no question, that's fine also. I mean, I'll be around here all day, so you can catch me, and I'll be. But there is one question.
Hi Manuel, you say salespeople travel a lot.
Yeah.
What's their average annual budget per person for travel? And also, what's their ASP, average deal size?
We don't calculate like this. We only calculate the revenue they bring. So it doesn't matter if we spend 2,000 euro for one travel, because we know it's going to bring 10,000 or 15,000. That's why we use relevant salespeople. So we completely changed the engineering of sales, and that was one of my part to make understand G-Core that we can't all the time estimate beforehand. I mean, it's an investment. It's not losing money, it's an investment. You have to understand that right now, if you want to generate revenue, you need to invest in sales. If you're not ready to invest in sales, so don't prepare yourself or don't dream of big revenue. So for example, yes, the travel, I mean, for this travel, it's, for me, it's like, I don't know, maybe 500 euro. It's more time consuming, but for the branding, the photo we take, the fact that the speaker to other conference that going to invite us to other conference, we cannot estimate this. But usually the salespeople, when they go to event, it's very strange because we have all those different tactics. We have one salesperson, you go to an event, you go stand by stand, and you shake hands and say, hey, my name is, You don't try to sell anybody, you just say, hey, how do you handle your server? Oh, we do this. Oh, cool. You're a marketing guy? Yeah, cool. Okay, here's my business card. Can you, if I send you an email, can you put me in contact with your CTO or something? Yeah, sure. Oh, we got it. That's it. Other people, I have one other salesperson, what he do, he go to conference, but he never put his feet in the conference. So we don't even buy the ticket for the conference. He just spend his time to after party, to lobby, to breakfast, to dinner, and it's just like connect with people and say, hey, why don't you come eat with us? I mean, I invite you. Or you just go to the restaurant, you see the badge, because everybody have his badge. Or in the lobby of a famous hotel, you see everybody in the bar with the and he's just paying drinks to everybody. And the most interesting, they say, okay, let's go have a dinner, I'll pay for it. I mean, we have so much tactics like this. Like on the 15%, we have only one who's like sending email. Only one. So I can guarantee the return on investment is high. That's why we continue. Why spending time in the office sending email when you can go physically meet people? We changed this. The return on investment on email, connecting on LinkedIn and stuff was really low. But tomorrow I can explain to you what I did for also. There is a way to do it also without budget. Any other question? Because I have someone with like small card saying me like 2 minutes, 1 minute.
We have time just for one more question.
One more question, go ahead.
No.
No question? Are you sure?
Okay, I have a question.
You have a question.
Few tips how to become successful sales.
Oh, okay. So it might seem really easy, but don't forget, you have in front of you someone who started more than 25 years ago, who was trained in one of the most competitive automotive school in Europe, who have been trained by some of the book writer right now about sales. I mean, some of the bestseller book writer were my coach back then. And I started when there was no computer, no mobile phone, no fucking LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, when there was no like emails, and the only way to meet people or to have an appointment or to try to sell something was this old telephone, you know, hello, or to go ring at the door. If I had everything we have now, I won't be here. I will be in my private island. Just like lay down on the beach. Now people say, well, why is it not possible? We have all the tools now. Well, you have all the tools, but we have much more competition also. So yes, it might seem easy and like you feel that I'm confident and like I'm able to go shake hands. What surprised me in the IT environment, I've been coaching many IT companies in Ukraine. I mean, many companies are like asking me like, can you build a sales process for us? Can you just like coach our team or sales team or people? And yes, because I lived 2 years in Ukraine before, yes, I'm like really like happy to help. But you need to invest. If you don't invest in your sales, you're losing. Because believe me, in the West part, they don't invest in product, they invest in sales. Because their product, nobody is going to buy it if they don't have salesperson, like selling like in a relevant way. So I'm always surprised. I mean, because this is the process when you hire a salesperson in Ukraine. First day, here's the cafeteria, you can take coffee. I mean, then here is your computer, sell. And of course, when people come to the interview, they're going to say, yeah, I'm a super sales, blah, blah, blah. But they are super good to sell themselves. But they don't know anything about sales. And then after 1 month, you come to him and say, you didn't sell. Of course he didn't sell. Nobody teach him how to sell. And if you expect, like, guru from Ukraine or Russia to teach you, and spend a lot of money on this, you're making mistakes. Those guys that never work in a solid company, sales company in Europe, they have no clue, no experience, they just repeat what they read in the book. And it doesn't work like this sales. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.